So we have heard of carbon footprints, but what is actually a plastic footprint? My name is René Mettler, and I'm a sustainability consultant at South Pole here in Switzerland. As a sustainable solutions service provider, South Pole provides support to achieve plastic circularity and waste reduction. In this talk, we will be covering what a plastic footprint is, what it should include, and how the footprint can fit into a corporate strategy. So first, what is actually a plastic footprint? Well, a plastic footprint is actually quite similar to a carbon footprint. However, a plastic footprint is, as you might expect, focusing on plastics used by a company, organization, or event and its impact. Most importantly, it quantifies first the mass of plastic waste or plastic in general in a system. Second, the plastic emitted into the environment from that system. And third, the circularity of plastic. So why should a corporate sustainability strategy include a plastic footprint? Well, companies are increasingly interested in taking plastic action. This is great news, as corporate action is vital for achieving a circular economy. However, transparent and consistent accounting methods are needed to track real progress towards these goals. Plastic footprints are the first step towards credible accounting and plastic waste reduction strategies. They enable companies to monitor plastic consumption and environmental impact on a yearly basis, to identify leakage hotspots along the value chain, and to prioritize the most critical circularity issues. With this information, a company-wide or product-specific plastic baseline can be determined and used as an indicator against which future plastic reduction can be compared to. Now, how can a plastic footprint actually be calculated? Well, typically it will include the following main steps. First step is to work with key individuals to define the boundaries and the parameters of what will be accounted for, such, for example, plastic types, suppliers, product lines, distribution channels, and so on. And then the second step will be to define the data collection process and to actually also perform the data collection itself. And then the last step will be to report the plastic flows and also to provide recommendations to improve eco-management and measuring and reporting. Okay, so after having done this first plastic footprint, what are actually the next steps? Well, after having complemented this first plastic footprint, you are ready to develop and start implementing your strategy to mitigate it. At South Pole, we help advise corporates in this plastic leadership journey, which can, for example, include the following activities. The competitive benchmark analysis includes creating an understanding of the circularity positioning of peers, industry best practices, and stakeholder expectations. Developing a strategy includes a reduction potential analysis within your operations and along and beyond your supply chain, as well as the design of implementation roadmaps. Claims analysis and target setting includes an analysis around options and criteria for claims around plastics, which allows you to set targets in line with plastic commitments, goals, or claims. Throughout the process, South Pole encourages companies to follow the guidelines for leadership in corporate plastic accounting, which are currently being developed, and will be available early next year. They outline best practices for transparent corporate accounting and disclosure and ensure real impact from corporate plastic stewardship, including guidance on plastic leadership claims using plastic credits, for example. A key part of the guidelines is for corporates to follow a clear mitigation hierarchy when performing a reduction potential analysis and defining the roadmap for their actions within their supply chain. As a highest priority, plastic usage should be reduced. Where plastic waste is unavoidable or causes unacceptable trade-offs, the use of recycled content as well as plastic waste collection and recycling should be increased. Beyond value chain measures, such as investments in plastic waste collection and recycling activities via plastic credits, can be used as a tool to complement the company's best efforts within their own value chain. Actually, for more on the concept of plastic credits, please also look at our other video from my colleagues on plastic solutions. So I think that through sustained and collaborative action across all sectors, we can work together to do better, to aim higher and to act faster to reduce plastic waste throughout the value chain. Thank you for joining us in this lightning talk and enjoy the rest of the conference. We have also listed here a few other sessions that might be interesting, and also, again, we highlighted the lightning talk from my colleagues. And besides the Sea of Solutions conference, the 3RI, South Pole Quantis, and EA will also be holding a webinar on the guidance that I just mentioned, and we will do kind of a deep dive there into the guidelines. So I'd be happy to also see you there. Thank you. Bye-bye.